Welcome to the 2025 edition, for the 20th time, our Radiothon for the benefit of the Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. And I am pleased to tell you that at this point, toward our $60,000 goal for the day, we have already raised, thanks to your generosity, $20,210 up to 9 a.m. this morning. That's a very nice start. Now we want to accelerate. Step on the gas and let's get her moving. So far, you've provided 577 days of hope and care toward our goal of 1,714 days of care. Your $35 gift will provide a night of hope and care. And we thank you for whatever you can give, because it's an important service that they provide here in the Great Lakes Bay region. And to talk about it with us this morning, the man who runs it all, he is the CEO of the Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan, and he is Dan Streeter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is it really good morning if we've already been doing this for a while?
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't even pick on you. Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it?
Then let me pick on you. So normally your show helps carry the day, but right now Charlie and the morning team really came out pretty strong.
Well, so we'll just have to blow by him.
There you go.
Because we have always been the leader, haven't we?
That's right, yes.
Well, what we ask you to do is to donate to the Rescue Ministries, and we'll talk to Dan about that here in a minute, but we want to give you the number of the Martin Chiropractic Hope Line. It's easy to remember, 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-4673. If you can gift us $35 or more or less, whatever you can afford. These folks are good stewards of that money. And in fact, Dan Stewart, you've been recognized for that, haven't you, in terms of how you operate with the funds you have?
We purposely engage with a third party called Charity Navigator. And so you could go online right now and you could call up Rescue Ministries. You could see our most recent 990. You could see how we compare with other nonprofits and exactly how things are spent. And we've achieved their highest rating. It's important to us that there's integrity in the finances, and also that it's kept here locally, so that when people give, they know what it's going towards and that it's being used the way that they intended.
Yeah, the dollars aren't going to some national organization. They stay
Correct.
right here. They're used right here by the organization.
Exactly.
And we should point out the need is greater now for a couple of reasons. One, the economy.
Right, yeah.
But two, it's costing you more to provide those services. For years and years, it was $30 a night. You've had to up it because it costs you more to provide those services.
Costs continue to go up. Plus, there's also a national crisis on affordable housing. There's a lack of affordable housing. And you take a look, if you've been out in the rent market at all, to try to find something for a mom with a couple kids, to get anything less than $1,000 is extremely difficult.
Very difficult. Very, very difficult.
So it puts a demand on their services to be even higher. Last night, 231 people needed a place to stay. But even as we talk about the value...
And I have to tell you,
yeah,
it surprises me that it's not more given the weather outside.
So that's one of the misconceptions that people have about homelessness, is that it's weather connected. We stay full all year long, and it's a critical need all through the year. And but what I was going to say as well is that when people donate, one of the really important things is that the connoisseur media stations have led the way by donating today. So Rescue Ministries is not charged one penny for any of the services. Art is free today.
Just to go back and tell that story and give credit where credit is due, many years ago, probably 21 years ago now, the Rescue Ministries did a radiothon elsewhere. They were charged for the time, and when they walked away from it, they had really very little money for all the time that was put into it.
Basically, it was break even.
Because most of it, the station that they were at, got most of the money. Our program operations manager at the time, Dave Maurer, went to Dan and said, gee, we'd like to do the radiothon. To which Dan said, okay, how much? To which Dave said, nothing. Zip. For 12 hours, once a year, we turn the radio station over to Rescue Ministries to raise money for them. And they do not pay one single red cent to us. This is a contribution of, and what's really nice about it, for years and years, of course, we were owned by Alpha Media. We now have new owners, Connoisseur Media, whose community philosophy is the same, if not stronger, than Alpha Media. So here we are under new ownership, but same song.
Exactly. And so I'm so glad that you gave credit to Dave. He was a phenomenal part in his passion.
For years.
Yes, to make sure that the stories were told and that a great platform was given. And he worked and strove so hard to building that. And what's also amazing, and he helped cultivate this, is to now see all the different personalities within the stations that believe in Rescue Ministries and that give. And you can just tell when you come into the spirit of this area of cooperation and wanting to see this succeed and do so much for our community. And that's part of the reason why then, WSGW received a national award, because this is such a unique. I talk to other mission directors all across the country. Nobody has what WSGW does for us. And I think that's important for listeners to know that up front, that WSGW is paving the way for their donations.
And we should also point out, not to the degree we do it today, but in the summer, there's a summer match campaign that we also jump on board with. And you really need that. I mean, it's a constant need for fundraising, isn't it? That's the unfortunate part of being a nonprofit like you are, is that you constantly have to have a flow of funds.
Part of it is that the need hasn't gone away. There are still new faces constantly showing up to the doorstep. Over 2,000 people last year needed a place to stay, and if it wasn't for Rescue Ministries, where would they turn?
Yeah.
And on top of it, as you invest, it has allowed us the opportunity to continue to broaden the services. And even if you've been listening this morning, you heard about our youth services. Well, if people didn't give and believe in the ministry, we wouldn't have been able to include youth services.
Right.
And you just heard Jaya's testimony. What would have happened to Jaya if there wasn't a place for her?
$35 gift provides a night of hope and care, and hope is an important word we're going to talk about more. Goal for the day, $60,000. It's easy to give by going to our Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-HOPE. They can also give online, can't they?
They could. They could go to rescuemidmichigan.org.
Okay. Come back. We have a special treat for you and more conversation as we ask you to continue to support our Sharing Hope Radiothon here on WSGW. Title sponsors Bronner's Christmas Wonderland and Fisher Contracting, and throughout the day, the Martin Chiropractic Phone Bank.
My name is Angie Guja. I've been an
year-end overstock sell-off at Godwin's Furniture and Mattress. Upgrade your home with closeout savings up to 73% off. Plus, Godwin's pays your tax, or with just a $19.99 minimum purchase, get up to 48-month special financing. It all has to go. Shop hot buys like Serta Queen mattresses starting at $2.99 and Lazy Boy recliners from $4.99 while they last. With closeouts up to 73% off, you gotta go to Godwin's. Visit any of our 12 Mid-Michigan locations or shop godwinsfurniture.com.
This message comes from.
It's really fun to do it on like a single day, and we're so grateful for the stations here in this group continuing this tradition for 20 years.
Because it's about the only one in the country, from what Dan says.
Yeah, I think it's a really unusual partnership that we have, and you've been kind enough to make your show available to us pretty much every year, and to allow us to bring in special guests like the gentleman you're about to re-meet.
And this one is really special. His name is Alan. Alan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Before you do what you're going to do,
there's a teaser.
Tell us the story of Alan and how you got involved with the Rescue Ministries.
Well, I'm not sure where to begin. I know that
Begin with the need.
Okay. So I was working at a job, and it was a hotel, and I was living there. I was working to live there, right? And then eventually that fell through, and then I became homeless. And so I was looking around for different shelters, and then I had researched the rescue mission. And personally, like for me, I had a really hard time with shelters because I have a very negative connotation to it. But going there actually just really changed my whole perspective, I think the people there are very genuine,
And in fact, you've actually remained there in some ways because you're part of the church.
In a sense, yeah.
Church.
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm.
How long were you there?
Well, I was at the mission for about 6 months, and I joined the church probably, I want to say in March of this year, I think it was.
And then you got your own place.
Yes.
And it was furnished by Impact.
Yes.
So you really have seen the services
yes.
of the Rescue Ministry.
Exactly.
So Alan, more than being a good person, has a very good talent. And he's resting on that talent right now because it is a cello. How long have you been playing the cello?
Well, it's interesting because I've been playing cello. It's been kind of on and off for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 What made you do it?
Honestly, it's the sound. I started off playing the violin first, then the viola, then the string bass, but then I stuck with the cello.
Well, we're going to give you a little sample, folks, of Alan's talent, and it is a talent. Alan, it's all yours. That's okay. Fine. You don't have to move it. It's good the way it is. Well, I'll tell you, folks, if that doesn't give you a different perspective of types of individuals that find themselves in need but have tremendous backgrounds.
Yeah, everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story.
We say that over and over again, but it's really true. And Alan has been blessed with a special talent, but he also works hard at it. It doesn't come easily.
Yeah.
You have to put in the time. There's no way to cheat an instrument, right? You've got to put the work in.
So what do you do now, Alan?
Well, I actually work for myself.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
What do you do? What's the Allen company?
Well, I trade full time.
Oh, do you really?
Yes, I do.
No kidding.
Yes, I do.
A day trader.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, good luck at that.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
Speaking of special talents.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty darn impressive. I mean,
Well, again, that takes study. You can't just fake your way through all of that.
Indeed.
And it's one of the things that I'm so, excited about is being able to share the different stories of the men and women who come to Rescue Ministries. And in some cases, like Alan's, it was a season of need. It's not a forever need. It's a need to get back on your feet again after an unexpected change and a loss of income, right? If I remember Alan's journey, this isn't an addiction issue. It's not all of those other things that we do frequently see. This is, my paycheck went away.
Yeah.
And
Well,
my place to live went away, and I needed a place. Now you're back out on your feet.
Yeah.
You're engaged in a local church, and you're working, you're productive, and you're still practicing your passion for music.
Indeed.
And,
Yes.
for all of the reasons today, Art, that we ask people to call in, Alan is a really good example of that, of a changed life who needed help for a short season, and he found it at
Yeah.
Rescue Ministries.
Well, and it's interesting, and I've said this many, many times. I've told you and I've told Dan. My image of a rescue ministry was founded on my background.
Yeah.
Born and raised in New York City. My image of a rescue ministry was the Bowery in New York, where the image you saw was some guy laying on the sidewalk with an empty brown paper bag and an empty bottle next to him, and across the street was a building with a big cross on it. That was my image of a rescue ministry.
Yeah.
And when I came here, and particularly 20 years ago when we started this relationship, I quickly discovered that that was a broken image, and that the people that I was meeting that were using the services of the rescue ministries were just like me,
Yeah.
just like you. And for many of them, they're just a paycheck away from finding themselves where they don't want to be. But then the rescue ministry is there to help them. And the word that most, to me, signifies it all is hope. You give them hope.
Yeah. That's you can live a few days without water or food. You can't really live that long without hope. And for those people who believe that they're completely forgotten and have nowhere to turn, they are in desperate need of hope.
And that's provided by the rescue ministries
Yeah.
because people like our audience contribute to keep you going. Goal for the day is $60,000, and that will provide 1,714 nights of emergency shelter. Like everything else, costs have gone up, where we used to ask you for $30 to provide a night of care and hope and care. It takes $35 now to do the same thing. So their costs don't go down, just like our costs as individuals have not gone down. And that provides a warm bed, a clean and safe environment, 3 meals a day, laundry facilities, clothing needs, direction and counsel, and really, the bottom line, a place that really cares. And that's evident in all of the people employed and the people there that are using the service. I mean, when you went there, Alan, did you have apprehension going in?
I was very, how can I say this? I was very skeptical, honestly.
Yeah,
Very
I
skeptical.
can believe that. I would be too, I think, if I didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to get comfortable and realize they were there for you?
It took me like, I want to say about 2 months of being there, because it's like I'm there and I see the leaders that are there too as well. And just by talking to them, they show that they really cared about you as a person, despite your background, So this is why it took me about 2 months, but after that, I fitted in. I had came and did what I was supposed to do. Excuse me, and I'm here, because of them, actually.
And
Yeah.
it's interesting you put it that way, despite your background, because they're more interested in your future than your background.
Exactly, yes.
I mean, the background may give guidance as to what you may need, but it's your future that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Hmm.
Well, Alan, thank you for sharing your talent with us, and thanks for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Very good. Bill?
Not every day we have a cello in the studio.
Not every
It's
day.
a special
No,
day,
no,
I
no,
told
no. Goes back a long time when radio stations had music in their studios.
Right. And then it probably wasn't usually classical.
That's true. We've got some other stories to tell you, and we will do that, but we'd like to remind you that your $35 gift will provide a night of hope and care. If you can give more, that would be wonderful. And if you can't afford the $35, but you can give a little less, call away. And again, it's the Martin Chiropractic Hope line at 989-755-HOPE, 755-4673. The goal is to provide 1,714 nights of emergency shelter. We'd like to provide more than that, though. And our thanks to our title sponsors, Bronner's Christmas Wonderland and Fisher Contracting, for their help, and also our digital sponsor, Dick Williams Gun Store. We appreciate them. As of 9 o'clock, it was 20,210. We'll get you an updated total, but we're going to take a break. And let me start by saying thank you to an organization I've been associated with now, and that's the McDonald Ford Group out in Freeland. I've been a customer for McDonald Ford for decades. I've known the McDonald family for many, many, many years. And the wonderful thing about the McDonald family is, just like the Rescue Ministries, they care about the people they serve. Now, it's wintertime, and you know your tires, those that you use all year round, may not be suitable for winter driving. I've asked John from Quick Lane Freeland to tell you why that is.
Hello, Art. Yes, winter tires are made with a pliable rubber compound that includes silica to stay flexible and maintain grip in freezing temperatures. Unlike harder all-season tires, which stiffen and lose traction in the cold, this flexible compound allows the tire to better conform to the road surface, providing superior grip and traction on snow and ice to keep you safe.
Thanks, John. Stop in today, Quick Lane Freeland and McDonald Ford. While you're there, have your tires checked, have your cooling system checked for the winter, and also take a look at the new lineup of Fords available from McDonald Ford, as well as their pre-owned vehicle lot, which has vehicles for every price range. McDonald Ford and Quick Lane Freeland, two names that stand together to help you with your automotive needs.
We're proud to make
Hi, we're back with you during our Rescue Ministries Radiothon. Goes on till 6 o'clock tonight. Looking to raise $60,000 for the Rescue Ministries, and we're well on our way. One of the stories is a gentleman named Frank. Here is his story.
Everyone who comes through the...
Maybe? Hey, there we go.
I mean, right off the bat, you think somebody that has experienced homelessness should not be laughing.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited.
Well, Jeanette, let's talk a little bit about you. How did you find yourself at the City Rescue Ministries?
Well, I came from Dallas, Texas. My church family sent me here to stay with family for I won't be homeless in Dallas, Texas.
So there were family up here.
Yes.
Okay.
But
you were homeless in Dallas, or
I was becoming homeless, and no shelters were available. So my church family, church in the city, I got baptized May 18th, 2025. They didn't want me homeless, so they talked to my family member here, but all was lies when I got here. You know, they didn't know either. So I got here, Left there, walked to seek help. Met Miss Diamond at the health department here in Saginaw, Michigan. From there, they called it rescue mission. Hearing Miss Mona's voice on that intercom, that sweet voice, and she heard how distraught I was and crying, and she told Miss Diamond to send me on. They was gonna figure out something and work something out. When I get there, I asked for Miss Mona or Miss Chris. Miss Chris was the first face I seen at the rescue mission come down to the second floor to get me. My whole life changed. I'm here in a state, never been here before, didn't know where I was going until I heard Miss Mona's voice and met Miss Chris' face. And they helped me tremendously.
How long ago was this?
The 7/7 is when I walked into the rescue mission.
What was that?
7/7 of 2025.
7/7.
Yes.
So
And
July 7th, you were
yes.
all of a sudden here.
Yes.
So,
well, yes.
What were the first weeks like for you?
It was kind of like scary because once I met, Pastor Angela, she seemed like she was mean. But the first week, it seemed like she was mean. But that second week, the sweetest lady. She was more nicer than Miss Chris and Miss Mona. I guess it was just her look. To me, that intimidated me a little. But I'm saying the first week, was like scared, but I felt safe. I was safe. I felt, a lot of love in that place once I first entered there. Nervous. But I'm saying, it all quickly changed. I'm saying, hearing the voices that I heard over the phone before I got there, which was Miss Mona and Miss Chris, I'm saying they helped me. They saved my life, to be honest. Because I'm saying I didn't know where I was going to be.
God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
Your church group in Dallas sent you up here to be with a family member that didn't work. And now look where you found yourself.
Yes.
And that's not an unusual story, Dan, is it?
Is not an unusual story. And also what's interesting, another part of this, is about 7 years ago in the Radiothon, we had a young mom named Krista, or Chris, as you're referring to, coming from the Ann Arbor area. Her and her family could not find any place to stay, and they finally kept on searching, and finally they came to Rescue Ministries. And now you fast forward, and her family have been stably housed, and she's now on staff. And she's helping to deliver the care that was given to her so many years ago.
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt just for a minute because we have a new total.
All right.
We have a new total as of 9:45, $25,790. We are moving along here.
Your listeners are stepping up,
Absolutely.
as we knew they would.
And right now, Shaw Contracting is matching to double what you pledge. So give us a call at the Martin Chiropractic Hope line at 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-4673. So what's ahead for Jeanette? What's next?
What's ahead for Jeanette? They've been working with me, like I say. They've been very awesome. I love the staff. Haven't had no problem with the staff. I did get pulled off the waiting list. I have been approved for a 1-bedroom. And I'm just waiting on my keys.
You're talking about housing voucher.
Yes.
Yes,
and I'm waiting on the keys. I'm waiting on the envelope to say come
so
get
will
my
Impact
keys.
then come into play?
Impact. I have Impact. I'll be walking out with me a laptop and with Impact. And I am so grateful because it was a struggle, because there's people's in there from all, it was a struggle.
So, Jeanette, once you're in your own place, what's your future? What do you want to do?
I would like to come back and give back to the mission. I am very grateful for how they saved me and helped me. So I would like to come back and help, volunteer any way I can. I hate that I got to wait 3 months, but they will see me in 3 months. I still can come back to the mission and visit. I still can come back and visit, once I'm out of there. But I would like to give back. And
what are you going to do for work?
For work? At the moment, I'm not working right now. I'm on a pending disability case because I have issues. I have surgeries and stuff coming up. So at the moment, I'm not currently working.
But you have a good heart. Can hear it.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I try. Like I said, just been through so much, and to be at the mission and feel the love and and know that they're there.
Well, bless you.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I am so excited. Thank you.
989-755-HOPE, the number to call to contribute to our Radiothon, and we'll be back with more.
It's natural to have questions.
back with you during this